This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Shabbos Nachamu. Our Friday Shiurim are sponsored by our dear friend Rabbi Rose, Nishmas' brother, Tzvi ben Levi Yitzchak. The Shamash should have an aliyah. This Shabbos is known as Shabbos Nachamu. Very rare for a Shabbos to be called after the Hatorah. Except for Shabbos Shuva, we don't have another example that the Shabbos is named after the Hatorah. In the Sefer Yosef Oimetz of Rabbi Yosef Yusva Han, he brings that after the 9th and the 10th of Av, one should be Mesiach Daitoi min HaChorban. Distract yourself from the Chorban. Moreover, we increase our singing and piyutim on the Shabbos. We enjoy it more than any other Shabbos of the year. And the Ibn Shva'ib writes, it's a mitzvah to make this Shabbos like a Yom Tov. Okay? So this Shabbos, you got to enjoy your cholent more than on a regular Shabbos. And it's a mitzvah to make it like a Yom Tov. In fact, the Maharil says Shabbos Nachamu is the Shabbos after Tisha B'Av. We rejoice and we're boiteach in the coming of the Geula. But the Ritva says something astounding. The Ritva says that on Tu B'Av, the day the Luchash, on Tu B'Av, when the Meisei Midbar stopped dying, it's a Yom Tov, and therefore we're noyeg to make a Suda on Shabbos Nachamu. So this is very unusual. The Ritva is saying that Tu B'Av is a Yom Tov, so we make a Suda on Shabbos Nachamu. Well, if Tu B'Av is a Yom Tov, make a Suda on Tu B'Av. Why are we, if Tu B'Av is a consolation and a Yom Tov, then we should celebrate Tu B'Av. What does it got to do with Shabbos Nachamu? And what exactly is the Nechama of Shabbos Nachamu? You know, the Navi says, Nachamu, Nachamu, console, console. Yeah, no, what's the consolation? What is the consolation? Nebuch, you go to a Shiva house. Imagine a guy walks in, console, console. Hey, get lost. What are you saying? What's the consolation? Rabbi Yonasan Eibeshitz writes that the only consolation we have here in the Galus is that Hashem has left a remnant of Jews, and we have not forgotten Torah mitzvahs, not the Iraisas and not the Rabbanans. The greatest consolation we have is the Torah. Rav Yaakov Emden writes, and we've spoken this out many times, but I just want to add a very important akuda. We always talk about how Rabbi Yaakov Emden says the eternity of the Jewish people is the greatest miracle in the history of the world, greater than the miracles of the Exodus. But Rabbi Yaakov Emden says the eternity of the Torah is also the greatest miracle. The eternity of the fact that we still have a Torah today, after really studying everything that we went through, the fact that the majority of our people not only were killed, they left the faith. And we're still here observing every detail and letter of the Torah HaKadosha. That's the greatest miracle, and that's the greatest Nechama. Marv Rabbi, what happens on Tu B'Av? The nights start getting longer for the first time, and the Gemara says the nights get longer, so we have to dedicate the nighttime for Limud HaTorah. It's when we start increasing our connection to the Torah. And that's our Nechama. The fact that we have a Torah and we're able to increase our learning of Torah. Marv Rabbi, do you think it's a coincidence that on Shabbos Nachamu we have the Aseres HaDibros? You think it's a coincidence? It happens to be the Shabbos after Tisha B'Av, and it happens to be the Parsha of Kabbalas Hatorah. No, Kabbalas Hatorah is the Nechama after Tisha B'Av. The Luchais, the Aseres HaDibros, Matan Torah, Maimed Har Sinai, Kabbalas HaTorah, the eternity of the Torah, is the Nechama after Tisha B'Av. The Nachamu is the Aseres HaDibros. And therefore, the proper time to celebrate the Nechama is this Shabbos. So it's not just, this is Shabbos Nachamu because of the Hatorah, Nachamu. The Kriyas Hatorah is Nechama. The Kriya of Kabbalas Hatorah is Nechama. The fact that Hashem still is connected to us through our Torah, which is the Kriyas Hatorah this week, that's the Nechama, and that's why we celebrate Tu B'Av on Shabbos Nachamu. So I'm going to wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos. The Rebbeinu Shalom should bring Nechama to all of Klal Yisrael, and we should be Zocha to the ultimate Nechama. Nachamu is Gematria. Nun is 50. Ches is 8. Mem is 40. Vav is 6. 104. Nachamu, 208. 208 is Pinchas, Eliyahu Hanavi. Pinchas, Eliyahu Hanavi. Also Yitzchak. Pinchas, who's Mevaser Lanu, Yeshuais, Besoros Taivais, Yeshuais v'Nachamais. The Nachamu, the Nechama, is we, as the Maril says, V'yivtechu l'nechamas bias hagoyel sheyavai b'mehera v'yaminu. Amen. Have a good Shabbos, everyone.
Thank you, Rabbi. Have a safe trip, Rabbi.
Thank you.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.